Okay, the basic issue of concern here is nitrogen loss to waterways and its effect on water quality. Most of us have heard about the issue around Lake Taupo, where this has led to the first New Zealand legislation where farmers have to have a consent to farm and where they're capped on their level of nitrogen leaching loss from farms. Our nitrogen research team have been active in this area for a decade or so now and have covered a number of areas, firstly around improving the understanding and the basis for most of the source and timing of loss of nitrogen. So, for example, the grazing animal and animal urine return, particularly leading up to and during winter, is the main source of nitrogen loss. We have carried out a lot of field research where we have made measurements of this, such as using our ceramic cup samplers and looking at the leaching of nitrogen down through the soil beyond the root zone towards groundwater. Secondly, the main area where we have worked in to help in this whole process is in development of the overseer nitrogen model. This is used widely throughout New Zealand. And around Lake Taupo is the tool used by Environment Waikato, which requires farmers to produce a nitrogen management plan which sets a cap on their nitrogen leaching losses. Now, this tool gives farmers flexibility because it has a lot of management and mitigation practices built into it, which have been also based on a lot of our research over time. One example would be the choice of animals. So where similar levels of feeding of animals, sheep and deer leach half as much as beef cows. So there's an option for choice for farmers there. Other options include timing of nitrogen fertiliser, use of standoff pads and so on. Recently we have added greenhouse gases into the model, and so farmers can then look at synergies, practices that reduce nutrient losses to waterways and decrease their greenhouse gases. Over the last 5 or so years, we've worked with farmer groups around Lake Taupo, Rotorua and in other nutrient sensitive areas of New Zealand, and there we're really looking at options for them for retaining financial viability and improving profitability while reducing their environmental effects.